On tonight's MuzoHub, we head down the path of destruction. Okay, welcome to this week's episode of MuzoHub. This week we have a local band. Rather than just having a couple or one person in, we've got a local band, a young band that's just recently formed in Bendigo, or last 12 months or so. And it's Path of Destruction. G'day guys, how you going?
How you going, John?
Yeah, good.
Cheers for having us.
So if you just want to introduce yourself and pass the mic around, just keep the mic down a little bit so it's not right up to your mouth. Yep. So we've got, on lead vocals we have...
Tom Liddell.
On drums we have...
Jaden Varner.
On bass we have...
Brody Stevenson.
And on guitar...
Alex Seglin.
Okay guys, just a little bit of background on your band. Can you describe your band, what sort of music it is, and who your influences are?
Well,
Is that like kind of like a heavy rock?
yeah, heavy rock metal.
It's like 80s rock.
Yeah, with a hint of 80s.
The hint of it.
And is any influences particularly?
Do you want us to name into it?
Yeah, just individual. Yeah.
Sort of Megadeth, Slayer, anything thrash, but mainly big 80s sounding bands.
Mm-hmm. Jade?
Yeah, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest are the biggest ones. Most recently is Sweet, a 70s band.
Okay.
There's really good drums, and Kiss has been an all-time favourite.
Excellent.
I'm
And
going to go ahead
Brody?
and say Pantera. Definitely a big one. Also a massive fan of Megadeth, Metallica, which kind of fits in with what these guys are into, which is good.
And Alex?
Judas Priest. Judas Priest with everything. I mean, t-shirt. But most recently is a band called Running Wild, which is like one of the early speed metal bands. So that's just the one I've been listening to the most. So yeah.
Excellent. Just if you wanted to run down, like one person just can answer this, probably just how long you've been together, and before that, let's go back to, like I do with everybody else. We'll go into what got you interested in music. Is there any particular thing that got you interested in music?
Well, first getting into metal, sort of watching big bands on stage and live performances sort of made you want to be that.
Yeah.
Inspire you to be that. And
how young were you, Tom, when you first
would have been,
got into playing or singing? Or was
would
it?
have been about 13, 12,
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
First started playing.
Yeah. And so the other guys, where did you start getting interested in music? Where, did it start from a very early age? Is there a family thing there, or not really?
Oh, yeah.
Alex?
I'm pretty much the only musical person in my family, remotely musical, because my parents, they know I play guitar, but they don't really care that much. They're just like, okay, go have fun, go up on stage, have a few beers, have fun, and so yeah, I pretty much had to find my own path of destruction.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Did it.
Oh yeah.
So guys, where's the name come from? What's the
Yeah, got that.
Well, I was actually going through a bit of a rebellious time. And actually, I was not just listening to people. I crashed my sister's car, and my dad actually said, "You're going on a path of destruction." So it's like, yeah, right. Path of Destruction sounds like a good name for a band. So I'm like, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, your songwriting. We're going to hear a song from you a little bit later on, at the end of the show. Your songwriting. Where does that? Who's the songwriter, or do you all put into it, or?
Instead of sort of individually writing stuff, it's better that we sit down and sort of write our riffs together and structure our songs together, and yeah.
We pretty much, like, one person has an idea and then someone else, like, puts on, like, if someone has a good riff, put a bass to
Good
it.
bass lines,
and
riffs.
then just go from there. It all just flows.
Have you got any any jobs, any gigs coming up in the near
Um,
future, or something that you're aiming at the moment?
At this point, we've got a gig on the 21st of July for a fundraiser run by Mick Griffin.
Okay, yep. And what's that raising money for, do you know?
Just supporting local bands.
Supporting local bands.
Oh, excellent. And where's that at?
It'll be at the Newmarket.
Newmarket, yeah. Okay. So you guys out there, if you look at the right camera, John. If you want to check out Path of Destruction, head down to the Newmarket on the 25th, you said, Tom?
21st.
21st, sorry, yep. So how did you guys get together? What's your schoolmates, or how did that come about?
Well, I went into Billy Hyde to look for a guitar, and just before they went bankrupt, and a guy named Broden came up to me after I played Judas Priest on one of his amps, and he said, "Oh yeah, I know this guy named Jaden. He plays not bass, he plays drums, and yeah, he's into your music, so yeah, I'll hook him up with him." And then Jaden and I sort of had a few jams, and then we thought, yeah, it's pretty good. Keep on going with it. And then we tried to find a bass player.
And an issue finding a bass player? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was pretty hard. Like, we had a break for a long time while Alex finished year 12, and in the meantime I was in a couple of other bands, just short term things.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got on to Tom, and Tom was the bass player. And then a couple of days before kind of this first gig that we had, we didn't have a singer. So then we got Brody
Got Brody to sing.
to come sing, but then all of a sudden Brody picks up a bass guitar, and then Tom could sing, so it's the totally opposite.
Okay,
It's
so
like what we're going for.
so you actually did a swap, is that right? Is that what you're saying? You did a
Yeah.
swap?
Well, I gave Brody a ring just sort of on short notice to come do vocals, just to get this, because we had a gig, and it was 3 days to the gig, and the vocalist we teed up bailed on us. So we got Brody to sing, and Brody was unsure, so he picked up the bass, and he was confident with that, and I thought, oh, well, just sort of chuck it all together in 3 days, and we did pretty well. Pretty tight gig.
I think Brody was wanting to say something there.
All I was really going to get at is that I come before these guys from, like, musically I was doing death metal screaming, and coming into an 80s group it was kind of like, I can't sing this. I could growl it and make it sound like Pass, but other than that, and then I picked up Tom's bass. I knew Tom had it in him, he just needed a bit of confidence, and then just went from there.
Yeah.
Excellent. Where are you guys? What's your aim? Are you looking at recording, or the big time sort of thing? Is that where you where you're heading?
What we're looking to do, best thing to do is a lot of bands these days is record a song and do a film clip and put it out there, get it out there as a single, and sort of promote it that way.
Yeah.
Like, at least get something done and something solid, and put it out, and then sort of look at writing and doing an EP or a small album or something.
Do you think it's harder these days or easier with the technology?
It's easier.
All this new music that's easy to make with computers.
Yeah.
It's hard to compete with it.
If you get someone who knows what they're doing with all the technology side of it, it comes together pretty quickly.
What about the internet promoting it and things like that? Is it a lot easier to be? Obviously, you can be seen anywhere around the world if you get the right.
If anything, it's too easy.
It's easy. It's easy to do well on the internet, but it's even easier to do horribly. And like when it's out of your hands on the net, it can go anywhere.
Yeah.
So there's enough of bad.
It's probably too much competition too. I suppose there's that many bands putting themselves out there.
Not wrong.
Yeah, and if you like compared to like bands back in the 70s, the only thing they could do was just keep playing gigs. And these days we just post an event on Facebook and then instant like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you guys think it's a good thing or a bad thing, all the social media as far as bands going?
I think it's a little of column A, a little of column B. Like, I personally think it can be a really good thing, depending on kind of who's handling it. And once it's on the internet, it does kind of leave your hands, which
Yeah.
can come back to bite you.
Yeah. I like the old school way as well, like socialising with people instead of the internet promoting. Like, it got more people together back in the day. Like, today it's just all behind a keyboard
Field,
or
yeah.
a phone or anything.
Yeah. So where to from here? So is it recording? You're going to head down that path, or
Yeah, we'll look at recording a song or a couple of songs, and hopefully do a film clip. Look at do a film clip.
as you said before, yeah.
Just get known.
Let's get
Pretty much
known.
Just get everything.
Have a crack at that.
Yeah, out there.
I was also thinking, just to put out, where I'd like for us to be on the mindset where we want to get sets of originals done before actually showing anyone. Like I like to have not a half done.
Half-baked,
project out
yeah.
there. I kind of like a bit of a perfectionist in that case, where like take it away from everyone, make sure it's 100% what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and then put it on the internet. Not put a demo out and it will be remastered. This is a premix. I don't like that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Live
And-
recording's cool.
Yeah.
All
Sorry,
the-
Joe.
Real drums and no
Yep.
drum machines, just
Yep.
flat out.
Yeah. So just while you've had the mic there, Jay, I happened to look on the internet and see you playing. You did a bit of a drum solo down at Newmarket there, and where did you get?
I made you do it.
Yeah, Tom made me do that.
Where did you get your drumming style from? Is this your own, or do you emulate anybody else? Or
Yeah, been around old music like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. Like I love Nico McBrain.
Yep.
He's massive influence. So is Judas Priest. But like recently, in the last couple of years, Sweet, that drummer Mick Tucker, he's just phenomenal drummer. Like
you're talking my era there, so I know what you're talking about. So
yeah,
it's good.
well, it's really good stuff. Like that's kind of just what I try to like the
Yeah.
drum kit setup to the double brace,
Yeah.
80 style.
Yep.
It's just not a bad setup.
Very good. Now, what I was going to say, guys, we might sort of wind it up there, but where can people, other than that gig, if you haven't got a website or anything at the moment up and running,
Facebook page.
Facebook page, yeah.
Yeah.
So people just Google Path of Destruction, and they
Path of
probably,
Destruction
Look it
on,
up on Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah.
yeah, excellent. Well, good luck with your gig. Good luck with all your gigs. Good luck with the in the future, and we might get you back in when you're heading up the charts, and don't forget to come and see us.
Nah, we'll
Yeah, we'll
definitely be
remember
in.
you.
No
Yeah.
worries.
So that's all for this week's show. The guys are going to play a song for us now, and seeing Jay's got the mic there, no, you can pass it back to Tom, seeing he's the lead singer, and Tom can introduce it.
Well, this is our song called "Call the Authorities."
Yeah.
Might is made, time to seize the day. No distraction inside, a force to be reckoned with.
If you'd like to stay connected with MuzoHub, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.